That was not loving.
That was touching, thank you. I could almost feel intimidated until I look at you.
We're the least intimidating fellas.
I love it. I've been told you're allowed to take a break because I don't need rim shots. The only one I got.
We don't like having to leave you, but we will, and we're going to think about you backstage.
If I hear any strange noises, I'm stopping.
Rob Bennett's still good with the ladies. I still got it.
He's like butter. Hi, thank you. Hi. I can't see anybody, but it looks like there's a lot of people in here.
There are.
Okay, now I heard that a lot of people are here for their very first time. Who are here for their first time? Wow. Okay. So let's see here. Warnings for me. A, I'm sober. Sorry. So it might take a couple seconds for me to catch up with you. And B, I swear a lot. So where are the children? Yay! Destroying young minds. Go Kim! Fuck some shit up. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm not gonna. I play Jody Mills, and I'll take some questions now. Let's just go ahead and start with questions, and then if I have to vamp, we'll vamp. This is very. It sounds odd to me. It sounds very strange. I'll try to find a happy medium somewhere in here. Hi. Oh dear. Okay. Blue sounds better. Is that better? No. They know. All right. Is this still working? Yeah. Okay. All right. And I haven't fallen off the stage yet either. I shouldn't have admitted being sober, because then I'd have an excuse. Ah! There were stairs there a second ago. What's up?
Obviously, Jody learned the hard way about the existence of the supernatural.
Yes.
Do you think, in hindsight, that she'd rather law enforcement officers be told about that crap, or have it be
Right. Okay. So did you all hear Jody? Jody has been learning. She's been learning the hard way about supernatural. Would it have been nice if someone had told her, Bobby?
obviously not civilians, but law enforcement?
Maybe. Like, oh, well, although now let's see. To be fair, when your son comes back from the dead, you should start asking some questions. Aw, sweet. Don't eat anybody's entrails. Good night, Moon. Look, come on. Jody. Think.
Headshot.
Yeah, right? That and I don't know if any of you saw last week's episode. Robert Barron's writer. Watch him. Fucking ridiculous. And yeah, so grateful. But yeah, what's the right thing to do when you hear that vampires are tracking you? Go to a cabin in the middle of the woods! Yeah, that's smart. Take a machete though, you'll be fine. Okay, thank you. Yes, they were joking with me about that a lot. They were like, hey, here, take a syringe of blood too. You'll be fine. Come on. Good luck.
Hi. My question for you is, if you had to sell your soul to a demon for something, what would it be?
10 minutes in a room with Crowley. So good.
With a bat or a knife?
Yeah, right? What?
With a bat or a knife?
With a bat or a knife?
No,
I
a bed.
with a bed or a knife. Both. Got a little something on me on that one.
Thank you.
Over on
Thank
this.
you.
We do have two left.
Yeah.
Feedback.
All right. So, yes. There'll be coffee.
It's hot.
So are you.
I'm killing people. Oh, fuck. Stand back here. All right.
All right. Hi.
Hi.
So this week was the backdoor pilot for Bloodlines. I would wonder if everyone, including you, would think about a possible spin-off headed by Sheriff Jody Mills.
Oh.
What kind of things would you like to see in a Sheriff Jody Mills headed spin-off Supernatural?
Oh my God. Would I like to see, or would I like as a viewer or as Kim?
No, like what would you want to be as Jody Mills? What do you want to do?
Like last week. Just like last week. Only an
Yeah.
entire episode of it. Man, beat shit up. Get beaten up. I'm A-okay. I do all my own stunts so far. Which gloriously Lou keeps joking with me. He's like, I've never seen anybody so excited to get the crap kicked out of them. I'm like, have you done? Do it again. They had me this last time. They had me actually tied to a stake that was shoved in the ground and then clamped to my back. And then I had to run as fast as I could to the end of it, and it pulled me back. And that's how they did that clothesline thing when the vampire clotheslined me and I went flipping back. 2 o'clock in the morning, they're like, we really have to get this. We really have to get this. I'm like, I don't know what else I can do to get you to get this. I am running as fast as I can. What?
Lower your shoulders and take the vampire out.
I did, right? Go down. That would have made if I'd made that decision, they would have had some words with me. Sadly, it is not up to me who gets this spin-off and who doesn't. I send them cookies every chance I get. I send them booze. I need to send them booze. I'm too old and married to send them anything else. 20 years ago, I might have had a stab at that, but now not so much. But I like Jody as a character. She's kick-ass, and if Bloodlines shows up in the way that Supernatural has showed up, it's right now. It's our sibling. It's a baby, and it came out, and I felt about it much like I did my baby sister when I was 3. What is that, and why did you bring it home? About it, and I was like, it's my baby sister, and it's ours, and it came from us. And this is the first time that a show, to my knowledge, a spin-off has been created with fans in mind. So I seriously think we got a chance to form this little thing into something we love. And maybe convince it to take the fall for us when we steal shit.
Or have Jody Mills take over as the Fox.
I'm fingers crossed. Tell them. Maybe they'll include me in the spinoff. If I'm not dead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Look at you, cutie. Have fun.
Hi, Kim. There's a lot of first timers here before, and so that's a great time to maybe tell some of our favorite stories
Ooh.
that the veterans know very well. So
Okay.
I have a
We can
request
still on.
for
It's the best of.
for the starfish,
Oh!
and the first time Jared found out how old you were.
Oh, okay. I remember both of them. Well, the starfish is less a story, and it's more a weird, stupid shit I do. I have a brain that short circuits occasionally. No, really? Yeah, it's true. It's a shock to all of you who've known me for 3 minutes. And every once in a while, I will just resort to things like I have quoted Simpsons before. I'll just all of a sudden go, I am the Lizard Queen. And one of the things I do is when I get confused, I just go, find a happy place, find a happy place. From Finding Nemo, which is the starfish. As she's getting peeled off and Darla is banging on her, she's like, find a happy place, find a happy place. And I did this once because I was very confused by what I was supposed to be doing, and Jared saw me. And that was the look he gave me. What are you doing? And I said, I'm being a starfish. I'm finding Nemo. And he did it. Like 10 minutes later. He's like, well, I don't want to. I lost my shit. Jared, again, my sweet, I love this man so much. So the first time I came back after Bobby died, I know, which I didn't think I was ever going to be coming back, but they teamed me up with Jared. And in the script was full of references like, she gives him a motherly kiss on the cheek. She looks at him in a mother way. Do I have to use my mom voice? And the story goes, and I will repeat it, I was like, all right, I get it, I'm not gonna fuck him! I understand.
You don't want to die anyway.
Right, yeah, I know, I'd like Jody to live. Coupled with the fact that they are both, I don't know if you know this, but they're good looking. I made it, spoiler alert. But they probably are used to women coming on set and being like, hi. And I didn't want to, I'm not that. I'm middle-aged. I'm really happily married. I'm not good. So I wanted to figure out a way to subtly and fully make sure they knew that that was not my intention. I'm here to do a job again. So we're sitting in the trailer. And I made some comment, I think this was like 2 years ago, so I made some comment about being 43, and Jared's clear at the other end of the trailer having his hair done. He goes, whoa, wait, how old are you? I said, 43. And you could see the Rolodex of things not to say go through his brain. That's good. He just went, good for you. Mom. Yeah, Timmy, too good?
Thanks, that's for all the
newcomers. I love that I have a best of. Hi.
I was just wondering, well, first of all, thanks for playing Cards Against Humanity with us last night.
I forced everybody into it at the meet and greet today, too. Hi, you have an hour of intimate contact with us. Let's talk about testicles.
I was just wondering, what was your favorite, card to be played?
My favorite card to be played. Well, we got to play it again this morning. Just for reasons of my own, the phrase and the fact that it's in quotes, oh God, bees. That's Dean Winchester's Spear of Yorkshire Terriers. So if you don't know, there's a Cards Against, a little quick thing. There's a Cards Against Humanity game going around that's actually a supernatural version that a very clever, yeah, there we go, that a very clever young woman, come stand here. Come here. So, my name's Carrie. Carrie Sutherland, and who are you on Twitter? Facebook. Okay, she's shaking, so I'll stop making her talk. But here's the thing. From what I understand, if there's a lawyer in here, we have to make sure it's legally okay. But if she gets a Kickstarter set up, you can't just say, sure, I'll throw down 10 grand and mass produce a card game. That'd be great. But if she got a Kickstarter up and running, and everybody who donated could get a card game after it was produced, we would do that, right? I'm not forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm just saying there's an opportunity here, and people would love it.
Work those
interaction this weekend than I have usually in the entire year.
You have made an entire convention really happy. So good on you. You've done a year's worth of happiness. Woo, what was that?
You're adorable.
Very adorable. We love you. Yeah. All right. Do we have? That was the question. I'm like, and let's ignore the question. Yes.
Follow that?
No. I'll vamp for you.
Okay.
Wait. Here, newcomer. I have a tattoo. When in doubt, take your clothes off.
Okay, so obviously Jody has trouble with men, even though she's strong.
Right?
All of her like baby kind of people either end up dead or dead.
She's like Sam's penis.
So I was wondering why you think that happens and what are you gonna do about it?
Why do I think that happens? Right? Oh, there we go. Now, to be fair, it's storytelling. But if we have to put logic into this whole question, I'm just gonna say she should get out more. She keeps cutting her hair shorter and shorter, so she has to spend less time on it in the morning. Girlfriend doesn't wear any makeup. She looks better when she's been beaten up than she does when she's standing in the. Like, come on, go meet some people that don't want to kill you. Exactly. Don't want to kill you, and are human. Now she's got her little protege, right? So she can be our mommy. Catherine was incredible, and there's no, I don't know anything that's happening in the future, but I think that would be a great team. A feisty little 16-year-old to kick the shit out of Jody when she needs it. So yeah, maybe she can just take her sexual frustrations out on things that need to be killed. And buy batteries.
Knock it up to 220.
Hello. I was wondering what your thoughts are on the absence of women who survive more than like 2 or 3 episodes. Because granted, everyone's at risk of dying in Supernatural, but the ladies get killed so much quicker.
The ladies do. Now I have the question is what's my feelings on the fact that the ladies get killed off on the Supernatural? And it's tough for me to have a hard and fast stance on this because newcomers, if you don't follow me, I've got a little bit of a feminist leaning to me. Usually sounds like that. But I also am an actor on a show that I really fucking love. And I'm going to say, after talking to the writers and watching many years of this show, it's all storytelling. The fact is, Sam and Dean are both straight, as far as we know. And their interactions with women propel their characters forward. So, sadly, we get sacrificed to move the story in a way that it needs to be moved. Now, I will take it very personally. I did take it personally when I thought they were killing me because I didn't know for sure if I was dying or not on the bathroom floor, and I was a little snotty. Here's another best of hits. It was their very last day of shooting. It was B roll kind of stuff. Half the crew was drunk, and I was lying on the floor, and Phil Segretia, who's one of the producers who's directing this episode, he's like, "Kim, that was great. But you weren't in frame. Could you do it again?" "No, because I'm dead. And I can't, because I'm dead. You're not dead." "I don't know that until you bring me back." It was for the character, and it was for the characters of Sam and Dean. So, yeah, women do sadly die off a lot, but I think they die off to make the story better. I wish that weren't the case, but believe me, I am one that will stand up and point a finger and go, "You choose!" to someone that I think is being a sexist tart. I don't think that's them. I think they know what they're doing and they're telling some really respectful storytelling. We just take it personally because we're chicks and we want to see, but like what kind of storyline would it be if they were both happy? Boring. Disney. No, we were not all happy on Disney. You see how happy I was to get that shotgun the first time around?
Do you think the spinoff has a chance of having more female characters?
I have no idea. I mean, it always has a chance. I don't have any idea. I'm just, contrary to popular belief, they don't give me a lot of power. Someday. But no, I would hope so. I'd like to see them take the fandom into consideration, but also it's got to build its legs. It's just one episode. So at this point, I think they've got to figure out where they're going, who they're telling the story to, and how to make it fit in the CW world. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, a while back you tweeted about if Jody had to die, that you would die for Sam and Dean, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, in your head, what would be the best death scenario for Jody?
Okay. See, this is how comfortable I am. I'm like an inch away from pulling my underwear out of my ass. We really are family here. So the question is okay, do any of you watch Primeval?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a death where the monkey dudes, the monkey creepy things that were going to destroy the world, had managed to get all in a room, and they were going to be destroyed, but the only way to shut the door was on the inside.
Yes. Yes.
We're thinking there.
A cabin in the
So one dude goes inside and he turns around and locks the door and you see his mirror, you see his face on the window. Is it? And he pushes the button. You see it, and it's like, yeah, he's dead. He's going to be pulled apart, and he died to save humanity. That's how I want Jody to go. I want you to see her face, and she knows she's going down by fucking taking everybody down with her. Yeah, I want her to see it coming and go anyway.
Hi. I know this isn't a very original question, but we all know that Jared and Jensen like to mess around on set, and there's always bloopers. So, do you have any funny experience with that?
With Jared and Jensen, you know,
Or anybody?
this last time, I do have, I may have made the blooper reel this time because there was a very intense moment when I was supposed to open a door very quickly, and the doorknob came off in my hand. This broke my concentration. I can't act. It didn't work with it. But they don't fuck around with me. So one of my favorites on the crew is Robin, who does props on set, and she's just this like she's my go-to image for Jody because she's this sweet, warm, funny, smart, fucking badass. And I asked her, I was like, why don't they ever play tricks on me? And she goes, I think it's probably the same reason they don't play tricks on me. Because your reaction wouldn't be worth the effort they put into it, and you'd make them suffer afterwards. So that may or may not be the truth, but I like to think it is. Thank you. Nice.
Hi, okay, so my question is not kind of out supernatural related.
Okay.
The first one is, what are some funny stories when you were working with in Disney with suicide? And my second
question.
Yeah. And my second question is, how was your preparation for the role of Jody Mills?
Of Jody. Okay, so funny Disney Channel stories. I will tell you, we called the elevator that I always came out of. There were two elevators, and for some reason, Carrie and the boys always had to come out of the one that didn't actually have a back entrance. Like the other elevator you could get into from backstage, the one they always had me come out of meant I had to be locked in the elevator with two 12-year-old boys until they let me out. After probably 11 episodes, we called it the Room of Stench. They would actively eat things to make my life miserable, to see how happy I could be when I walked out, when inside I was going, kill me! So yeah, and what did I do to prepare for the role of Sheriff Mills? One of my best friends in the whole wide world that I've known since high school is a police officer in Portland. And so I called him and said, what are the things that really piss you off when you see cops do them on television? Because I promise I will never do them. And so they were things like, and Robin, of whom I recently spoke, also with firearms, helped me this. Things like having the gun up next to your head and your finger on the trigger. You deserve to lose an ear, dipshit. You don't put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to fire. So yeah, little things like that, where I was like, all right, I need to know from an actual police officer what makes you insane, and will I never hear the end of if I do it. Things like that.
By the way, I like your shoes.
Thank you. I have shoes. I have shoes. They're actually much more comfortable than you would think. Take it off. My shoe. That's a 45-year-old stripper right there.
I like my shoe.
My back. Pulled something. Yeah.
I have shoes too.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, that was me. That's every time this gets near the monitor speaker thingy, I hurt. That's all. Sorry.
Okay, first off, I just realized that you have tattoos, and that makes me very happy, because I love tattoos as well. What do you get recognized the most for? The mom from Zack and Cody, Jody Mills, or the long-lost sexy twin sister of Ellen DeGeneres?
I will totally take sexy twin sister of Ellen DeGeneres over. I used to get Kathy Lee Gifford all the time when I had hair, and I was like, thank you. She's really pretty, but not, like, I don't see it. So I'll totally take Ellen DeGeneres. What do I get? I don't get recognized much because no. Let me take that back. I have a 6-year-old who, thank you, by the way, a very honest and sincere thank you for those of you who donated to her school. I have a special needs 6-year-old, and she takes up a large portion of the school's budget, just keeping her from stabbing people. I know, we laugh, but it's true! Thank you. And thank you very much for helping me donate to, I'm very appreciative. Back to I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, the kids are starting to recognize me because I spend time in her classroom so she doesn't stab people. And she hasn't stabbed anybody for a long time, I've got to be honest. She's a kick-ass kid, and she lost her front top tooth last night. Aww. I know. She called, Mommy, the tooth fairy came! Where are you? I'm in Washington, D.C. Well, come home now! I have to go to school, and the tooth fell out. I asked, how does your mouth feel? And she said, bloody. She's so awesome. But the little kids are starting to recognize me from Sweet Life when I go to school, which is hilarious because imagine this conversation with the principal. How would you like me to respond when children ask me for my autograph? Boy, problems. I said, and yes, I do feel as big a douche as that sounded. Asshole. But I don't want to cause, like, they clot up, and it's like a fire hazard. No, I'm kidding, I didn't say that part. But it's Sweet Life, but only because I'm at school a lot with my daughter. Hi.
You're gonna get food, right?
I'm gonna what?
If you go, you're gonna eat it, right?
Oh, Richard knows where my room is. I'd be fucked if I didn't. Not fun fucked. That fucked. No Matt, do you have a question? I'm sorry.
Knowing you have a kid, and we had to do the scenes where.
Yeah, I have a child. No wonder she has. Oh, sorry. Then let me breathe. More coffee.
Having to do those scenes where your son in the film, the TV show, comes back. What was that like? It was really hard.
I did not, I'm trying to remember, I think I had just had my child. Yeah, she was very little at the time. And then it wasn't as tough as this last one. Oh, the last one we shot. The room, Owen's room. Because in my head, she's 6 now. And imagining having a period of time without her and walking, and the director, I was so generous. And the editing was, there were so many times, like you'll notice on Supernatural, there's not always a lot of time that people aren't talking unless they're sneaking up on monsters. Like you don't have a lot, and there was a moment that they left in that wasn't even the script after I was talking to the kid back there, and I came to the counter, and there was just a moment when I closed my eyes and then went back to what I was doing. They left it in, and that's such a gift to an actor. And that whole walk through, as I was looking at his room, I was actually surprisingly effective, and they had to switch, and they gave me a different take, because then when I came to put a blanket on her, I actually was crying. And they're like, no, wait, Jody can't have that much. And I'm like, that's not Jody, I'm sorry. The spirits won't let her speak right now. Hang on a second. So yeah, it also plays a part in how I relate to, believe it or not, Sam and Dean. Because my kid is a really smart, precocious kid. And so before I was a mom, I thought moms were a lot more full of sympathy and soft, mushy love. And now that I have a kid, I realize there's also times when you just have to go, will you knock that shit off? Stop it! You're not a dog! Put your plate back on the table! Thank you.
Hi. So you already kind of touched on this a little bit, but and you made it very clear what your relationship was not with Sam. But how do you describe your dynamic with Sam and Dean, and how do you think your dynamic would be with Cass?
I think Sam and Dean, they've written a really great combination of motherly love and professionalism. Because they know more about the subject than she does, but she quite frankly knows more about the world than they do. She's a woman, she's a mother, she's a cop, she's seen, I think, the entire range of humanity and how things, she's also a little less reactive because she's a cop. So it's a little like, okay, now what's the professional thing to do about this? Think before you pull out the stake. With Cass, I would like to think that there would be an amused affection, kind of like, you're all seeing this, right?
You just head tilt at each other.
Yeah, we would just No, honey, it's a gun. Don't touch. Handcuffs, you can touch. That was Kim. Thank you so much. Am I done? Close? I'm close to being done. I'll talk really fast. Go.
I talked about it before. When's the last time you talked to Dylan and Cole Press?
I Facebook with Dylan and Cole frequently. There we go. Yes, I haven't spoken to them one-on-one because they're 21 and they got shit to do. And I'm an old lady. But yeah, we're Facebook friends and we stay in contact. I was their mom for a few years, sort of. We talked about stuff.
With Jody Mills' newfound knowledge of hunting, do you think she would ever go to the Tipton Hotel and kill the ghost of Suite 613.
No, but she'd have drinks with Carrie Martin. Oh my God, we so look alike. Crazy, how do you do that with your hair? Thank you. I'm trying to go as fast as possible.
Okay, hi. A few months ago, I got really addicted to your web series with the cat.
Speed round.
Oh,
Speed round.
You
We have 60 seconds, go.
There's not a happy answer to this because the cat that plays Mark has got cancer and he's not doing well.
Wow.
Yeah, his face is all bloody. Another one. We need another one because that's not a happy going out on. Dead cats. Let's not leave on dead cats.
Look, if it makes you feel better, they let me breed too. But listen, I grew up on another world. Better kisser, Jim Beaver or Steven Schnetzer?
Okay, this is horrible. I don't actually remember getting to kiss Steven Schnetzer, so that's
Jim Beaver. By the way, we're backstage, and she's like, hey, Rob, A, why are you dressed like that? B, what are you playing me on with? And he's like, oh, I shot the sheriff. She's like, oh, I was really hoping you played me on with Stacy's mom. So we went backstage, learned Stacy's mom, and by which you mean them. Good job, boys. Jeff is going to go this way, he's going to sign banners. So you go over there and sign banners. Next to the stage.